All right, so if you saw the previous video, you saw that I installed an oil cooler. I installed an oil cooler onto the BMW. Now I didn't previously have one, so I had to do a lot of work. You saw that I had to pull this whole front end off and everything, like, well, not really off, but enough to get access to it. And I mean, it's kind of nice. I mean, they actually I do have the little pieces that hold this together, but I'm gonna wait for that because I have I have one other thing to add to this, and so let's go ahead and break that out. Okay, so what we're looking at here is an aftermarket. It's the aftermarket oil cooler. I actually got this also from ECS Tuning. I think I got everything from ECS Tuning. What we're gonna do is we're gonna find a way to mount this. Now this is where it gets challenging because all I get's this. There are no brackets that hold it on, at least not that I got. So I'm gonna have to make my own, and that's where it gets fun. Luckily we have this nice garage to work in. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. I still haven't put my bumper back on from whenever we were doing the original one. So let's kind of get an idea where we want to put this thing.
Anyway.
Never seen that.
I don't know. It's a fucking camera that doesn't agree with me.
Michael and technology, it's like cesium in water. It's explosive. So I've been worried about the priming of the oil system. I've been trying to figure out how I could make sure I didn't have any air bubbles throughout it, because I don't want any air pockets through the hoses. I got two hoses going either direction, and so what I thought about was that I could actually remove the thermostat. This is basically the thermostat. So it goes, this is basically how it will be, and it goes just like that up inside here. And so this prevents oil from passing through. It's basically right here. This is basically what prevents it. So what I'm gonna do is take that out, and I'm gonna put this back on, and I'll prime it over and everything like that. And that way it sends oil through all this stuff. So I'm gonna do it, I think we'll do it for about a minute, stop, let the starter kind of, cool down. Then do it again for another minute. We're having the battery charger on there because we're going to be turning it over a lot. And we're going to make sure we undo each one of those injectors too. That way we're not firing it over. This is actually one of the steps that BMW tells you to do anytime you do the filter housing. And now I have a lot of extra stuff here, so I'm probably going to do it like 4 or 5 different times just to make sure that we've fully filled the system. So, but one other thing. We talked about mounting it right here. Oh, look at that piece of my grill. Oh well. We talked about mounting it right here, but it's just the logistics of it just isn't gonna work. It's just too tight, and I like if it were one of those ones where you connect on the side right here, that would be one thing. But it's the top mount like that. So what we're gonna do is, and let me grab this here. I'm gonna put my dick right here, and then I'm gonna come over here and grab this. So what we're gonna do is mount it right here. All right, so basically we're gonna mount it right around right here. Oh, God dog, Michael. Son of a bitch. So I'm gonna mount this right here. If I can live through the day or night, I'll mount it right here. And yeah, I think it's gonna work pretty good because there's a lot of air passing through this area. But holy shit, there's a lot of air passing through Michael right now too. Holy shit. Oh my God. Sorry guys. Yep. If there was smell-o-vision, it would be fucking, God, you'd die probably.
I'd be laughing twice as hard.
Oh man. Whew. But yeah, that's basically where we're at. We're probably going to wrap it up for tonight, though. I don't think we're going to go ahead and mount this thing the rest of the way.
Yeah, I'm feeling a little sick.
Something crawled in him and died or something. So, but, oh, God. Yeah, so that's just where we're at right now. All right, talking about mounting this here oil cooler, right? All right. So, what I want to do is I kind of want to mount it right somewhat right up right there. Hold on. So I'd like to mount it roughly about right there, so it'll be kind of up in there, and I can make a bracket that'll actually hold this. That's not even, and routing the cables isn't even a problem here. Mainly just luckily I brought a bunch of scrap with me, So it's about 13 inches of material that I'm actually gonna need right there. And it's kind of, let's see here, I already cut the piece. So let's see what we got here. So what I'm thinking is it'll probably go in something along the lines of right like that right there. And then, yeah, I'll probably just mount or bolt it on because it's got holes right there. I mean, I can bolt on, I can do, that's what looks like 3, maybe 4 bolts all the way up it. And I think that'll hold it pretty good. Oh, I think 2 would actually hold it. So probably gonna go with that. Probably just screw through from this side and just let it sandwich in between there. I think that'd be pretty good. I was actually gonna build it, and the other thought is I may just go in and like try to get it to go in right here. Let's see here. So try to, you know, cut it out so that it goes in behind that right there. So I'm still thinking about that right there because I kind of like the way that sits a little bit better, but I don't know. So if it's sitting, I mean, it's gonna be further back up in there, but if it's sitting right here and I go to mount this to it, it looks like that little, yeah, it looks like this is gonna be in the way of it whenever I go to do that. So I think I'm gonna have to mount it back here like I originally was going to do. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna have to do. All right, well, at least we know now. They're bolted down to the bracket. Now I'm gonna go ahead and drill the holes for mounting her to the vehicle itself. So I might be able to find those. I hope I can. Let's see. I'm not seeing one there. Okay, there's one. It's only one. There's others. Okay, so this is our on the bracket. I'm gonna go ahead and I got a marked hole here, here, and one up here. So I'm gonna go ahead and mark these or drill these out and attach them to the car, and then I can go ahead and attach the lines to it, and then I have double the cooling power for my oil, and yeah, she'll be ready to rip on. You know, not crazy, but yeah, take it to the track, have some good times, you know, not have to worry at least about the oil. I got other things I still gotta worry about, but at least oil will not be one of them. Talk about some additional oil cooling, man, that looks good. I mean, the bracket doesn't look the best, but it's aluminum, so that means it's lighter than any kind of steel that I would have put in there. All those connections are nice and tight. I mean, this thing, she looks good. I'm quite pleased here. So now I just got to start putting everything back on, because really that's all that's left to do. I mean, I guess I could leave the bumper off just to make sure there's no leaks in it or whatnot. So I'm gonna go ahead and top her off with coolant. I got a few things I got to do before I'm ready to attempt to prime the system. So I also got to look into getting those connections off. But here soon, well, here very soon, we're gonna go ahead and go through that. Like I was saying, I'm gonna go ahead and remove these spark plugs. So I already removed the one. It's just a simple little wire right here. Let's see if I can get you set up so you can watch it too. I mean, you want to be careful though, because you know, this is your injector connection, so you want to be, you can't see what I'm doing though, but I'm trying to use my nail to get up in there so that I'm not, because I can only move it out so far with my nail. Alright, well, I didn't want to have to use a screwdriver, but I'm going to be really careful, I hope. There we go. There's the other one. So I kind of keep them, you know, in their general area so I'm not forgetting where they go. Alright, so it's come to that time. Man, this thing's so heavy. I need to put in this, back on this intercooler. Let's see here. Yeah, she's a big girl. Oh man, yeah, so here she is. I've always wondered. Hold on, let me see. Huh. Must not work for me. Oh well. All right then. Let's get this up. So really, that's about everything I can do for right now. I gotta put my belt back on, but I gotta replace those pulleys, and let me get some light on it. And to get to those, it's like right there. So I'm probably gonna have to remove that piece again in order to do that. So I don't want to have a bunch of oil in it at that time. So I'll probably hold off on doing that until I get those pulleys replaced, because they are moving, and I really need to do that. I need to put so many relays in there. That's how bad I need to do it. But I mean, look at her. But I mean, dang, that looks good. That's gonna work out great. And then this is the one that we put in the other day. So I got double. That's the factory one basically, and then the other one is the upgrade. So now we have double. That's gonna be fun. I should never have to worry about it. Now it's only gonna open up at a certain temp, so it's not like I'm gonna be, you know, like undercooling or overcooling my car, because if it doesn't require them, then it's not going to open it up to use them. And I may consider actually tossing in another, let me turn this light off, another thermostat for the other one, so that it only activates that one once it gets up to a certain temp. Say like, you know, like, I don't even know, but have it activate at, you know, a higher temp than this one right here, just in case this one isn't, you know, able to keep up and do what it needs. Then this one over here will come in, but only when it's needed. That's so mostly we'll run on this daily driving, but then at the track it'll, you know, when temps get up, it'll utilize this one too. So that's what I'm hoping. That's the plan. Like I said, I can't do it just yet because I don't want to make a huge mess, and since I got to pull all that stuff off, you know, I'm not gonna go over that again. But yeah, I'm gonna try to clear up some of my stuff so Michael can have his side of the garage again though. So all right guys, so that's pretty much it. I mean, check them out. But you know, hey, yeah, I just appreciate you guys hitting that video, and if you've made it this far, thank you so much. And if you could just hit that like button. If you haven't already hit the subscribe button, you know, go ahead. I appreciate it. So later.